It'll
And
just
we're
be a minute
live.
before I actually introduce myself.
Okay. Woo. All right, we are live with episode.
You can introduce me for me.
I can introduce you for. I can, yeah, I can absolutely do that. All right. Well, they are getting quicker and quicker with this, aren't they? I was expecting a whole 5 seconds so I could throw this on and everything and look like Shia LaBeouf. Oh, God. All right, so this is episode 10 of our test runs. So far, so good. They're being very convincing with this whole premium package deal, so we're likely going to go get that in the near future. Normally, I would be wearing the Uncle Sam costume, but it is too damn cold. Absolutely cold. Yeah, the utility crisis has... Hey, come here, you. Off the damn table, would you? Here, stay there, then. What are you doing? Feral cats, I tell you. That's why we got a wrangler. Jesus. Anyways. Oh, for love of God. Anyways. I'm just going to be looking like Shia LaBeouf being a homeless meme lord because it is too unbelievably cold. So I'm basically going to be dressed like this. Same person. It's just, yeah. I'll have to go ahead and get a winterized Uncle Sam get up or find an alternative heating solution here at the studio because, yeah, the winter and the utilities have not been giving us a break. But we're getting a little bit closer to getting a lot of that stuff tied together. So that's going to be, instead of like its own live stream, we're going to wind up doing videos on that for the whole AI data center, YouTube, etc., NIPSCO nonsense. Because we found a few things we can actually report on that are helping along with it. And aside from that, it would be a bit better. But right now, it's just cold as shit. So, yeah, that is what it is.
Grab a feral cat and warm yourself up.
I intended to grab her, and then she ran off. Right now, she's hanging out over in the damn corner, sniffing all the stuff. Don't stick your head in there. No, don't stick your fucking head in there. I got to put that thing away. Anyways, we're on episode 10. Introductions.
Hi.
Yeah. Our golden guest, Crossfire Hurricane, joins us once again, thankfully. The editor is going to be out. He has a horrible splitting headache. Probably
it's also probably very cold up there, too.
Yeah, it is cold up there, too, yeah.
They can't even shovel their own snow.
I'm going to have him do his own special on that one in particular. I got 4 stories about that, and I was like, why? What? Look, okay. When we had Rahm Emanuel as the mayor of Chicago, one of the things he decided that was going to be fucking genius was he was literally going to fine people for not shoveling snow.
How'd that go?
Yeah. He took out billboards, more billboards than the alley and the Chicago Police Department all in one. And it was all about how I am going to get you for not shoveling your sidewalks and your houses and every way to and from your abode.
It's a good way to save your save on plowing costs.
Yeah, that was ridiculous. Yeah, naturally, of course, that didn't work at all. Nobody gave a flying fuck and told them, yeah, fuck you, Rahm. You can't go ahead and take all of us to court. And he tried, and he failed. You know? So what he basically started doing is at the beginning and the end of reserve season, he'd start throwing people's shit out live on television. Because once winter starts and when winter ends in Chicago, typically what people would do is it's an archaic system we've had to where you'll get a piece of furniture, or if you're a contractor, you'll go ahead and get horses, and you'll go and reserve your parking spot. You'll put your address on there or a note or something or other, and everyone usually honors it. Nobody moves your shit. The Rahm Führer decided that he was going to, at the end of every season, he's going to throw all that out. He's going to come by, honk, live on TV every fucking year. And people got pissed because some people who were contractors, I was like, hey, that's my work equipment. I work for you. What the fuck? You know, and his whole thing was like, it's past the season of which you can reserve your parking spot. You know, so it's just like, okay, it's just, you know, it's out the public street, so yoink, it's mine, and I'm throwing it away. So yeah, that worked oh so very fucking well. Thankfully, we don't have that problem here now, so that's good. God, that pissed me off so much. Yeah, but it is very cold. So the editor might join us next time around. It's just a matter that when it is extremely cold, I'm probably going to permanently look like Shia LaBeouf and run with the joke of being just a homeless sorcerer or something like that. I don't know. But the editor, yeah, it'll be fine in that. Normally, next time we stream, if it's not too horribly cold, I'll throw the costume on or something. I didn't even turn this guy on. It's so damn cold. The batteries are dead, and I can't get the screwdriver in there to get them out. So, you know what? Whatever. You'll live now, or you get to rest, or whatever, you bastard. So yeah, that's going to be a next time
he gets
thing.
To rest.
Yeah, he needs rest. The editor needs rest. Because the
cat wrangler needs rest.
Cat wrangler needs rest. Yeah, it's very cold down here. Very cold down here. So yeah. So I got the candle and all the layers to keep me warm. So yeah. He'll be around next time unless it's horribly cold. So drink for now.
I'll pull up the music video.
All right, by all means, because I'll drink to that.
Which, this is a VTuber by the Shiori Novella. She's part of Hololive, which is one of the biggest VTuber agencies out there. And I haven't seen a lot of music videos for her, but she's and I mean, whenever you're ready.
All right, yeah, I'm all up for promoting people because you know what, it's good business. And if anyone wants to know more about this,
so the song is called "Monsters and Men."
Monsters and Men. Ooh, I think that's the name of a good book. All right, yeah, pause that. We'll play that in a second. If anyone's curious as to what in the hell this thing is, I got a video for unboxing this too.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So.
Oh, you haven't started it yet.
Yeah, nope, not yet. No. Where is the banner for the music? Where did I put it? There we go. I had that like the 8th banner down. My bad. So, all right, play the music. Boom.
So this is, again, Shiori Novella. And I think you'll like the look of her.
Mm-hmm.
Along with the music.
All right, let's see.
Made of sin, nothing in the abyss. He calls us soul. There's rage, he ought to feel any little thing. He's desperate, sure, but even more, he won't live another day. One victim and cry, God spare real please. As life left his eyes, she contemplates how her heart it aches. The memory of him keeps her warm.
And the funny thing is, her personality does not match the way she looks.
Interesting.
Repeating over again. You are all the same in the end. Oh, you're restricted. You have an addiction. Tell me your story now.
I definitely like the outfit and the scissors and all that.
Say that again?
I said I definitely like her aesthetic and I like the scissors and all that. There was an anime a while back that was based around clothing to where the main character...
Kill la Kill.
Yes, Kill la Kill. That's what the hell it was. Yeah. So where they kind of had a similar aesthetic.
Show any part of that, I'll probably get our stream knocked
Oh
out.
yeah. Oh, that's definitely no. That's part of the reason why I also want to get the premium package is so that we can stream on other places.
Yeah.
Once we actually get more of a how this. I mean, we're getting it down now as far as how this works, where things are, and so on, which is good. Although the scheduling is a pain in the ass because this weather has been absolutely fucking merciless.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely merciless.
I do kind of. Can you still hear it?
Yeah, nice.
Okay. But yeah, like I said, Hololive is they're a unlimited money printer basically.
Nice.
And they have like one that's attached to the Universal Japan like record label. She is very good, but like there are a few that left, but that's just because Hololive went public, and so they're a little more like they're way more beholden to shareholders.
Okay.
So, and the problem with them is that they want more stuff like this rather than like gaming streams and people just kind of screwing around.
I see. I mean, this is really cool as hell.
Yeah.
Some really nice 3D work here.
Yeah. And like I said, that's why a few Hololive people left. And a lot of them do pretty good singing.
I see.
But they also don't want to sing as much.
Yeah.
Oh, it's all the same and just nonsense. Repeating over again.
Nice and dark.
Yeah. The funny thing is, she's too bubbly for this. She's like her actual personality is very bubbly.
Ooh.
Like everyone thought she'd be different, but no.
Tell me your story now.
So as nice
Like,
as this
I'll pull up
looks,
some
it's actually not
her
fitting up her
Resident
at
Evil 9
all.
clips, probably. So yeah, she's hilarious.
Nice. Not bad of a song.
Yeah.
Very dark. I like that.
So this is something from one of her newer streams on.
Leon! Oh, if I see you, I'll feel a little bit better though, Leon. Elbridge. So, Leon.
I don't know if she has her
God,
model
I
on
have to
here or
admit, that
not.
was so stressful.
But-
I did not expect having to hold F and moving between A and D.
Yeah, the game looks
Talk
great.
to me.
Hmm.
Unlike the others.
See what I mean, though?
All the same black blotches.
And it's not post-mortem lividity.
No. No, this is different. That's 6 now. 6 survivors of Raccoon City, all dead from the same thing.
Oh, they're gonna go after him. Yeah, that's not good.
All right.
No, it's not.
But I have something for you. That's me at the right. Yeah, that's me. Settled on a person with ties to. Hold on, I need to Photoshop myself into here.
It's an ugly looking motherfucker. Kind of looks like me in this getup I got right now.
Yeah, he's a former Umbrella guy. That's Requiem.
I just got
Nice
a report from the
revolver.
police officer.
I know, it's so
He might
good.
be unrelated, but he
I
disappeared
hope
near where
she
the fifth body
gets
was
some
found.
gameplay in here too, but because I haven't seen this clip.
Mm.
Yeah. I'm here.
You okay?
Oh yeah, they got a really nice car for this game too. It's like a Porsche or something.
Check it
Oh
out.
wow. Oh, that is nice. Damn. Jesus, the insurance got to be insane.
I'm glad that he still has the same, like, what do you call it, like, operator since who knows when.
This is like the main street in the beginning of the game. It looks
like
amazing. doesn't it?
Chicago. That literally looks like Wells.
Traxy out in public, no one questions.
Bro, it's Chicago. Who gives a shit?
On Oh,
They
that's
probably
not
think
her?
you're drunk
Oh,
as
it's
shit.
not? Oh, no.
Just about. Stuck in traffic.
Oh, no, not traffic.
Yeah, I think there's going to be some gameplay here.
Why does no one question this? It's Sherry. Oh, wait, your car.
Just like Chicago, yeah, dude nearly
Oh,
gets
no,
run
he
over.
knows.
Mhm.
Oh, well, I mean, you're kind of making it very obvious, Leon.
He's got fucking nods, for Christ's sake. You
What's
kidding
going
me?
on?
Oh, no.
Is she okay?
Oh, no.
She's fine. I'm just taking her home.
Oh, no. Oh,
Oh.
Yeah. Like I said, this is the action part of the new game.
no. Oh, my gosh. He's
He's
pure
starting an
evil.
infection.
I mean,
Damn.
makes sense.
Leon, what's your sit rep?
I'm going after Victor.
And the best part about
Oh,
this
gosh.
game is that it has
Me?
Okay.
its own its own engine.
Oh, not bad.
It's way better than Unreal 5.
Leon, have you located
Good.
Victor?
Unreal
Oh,
5
awesome.
sucks. It's too heavy.
Back to square
Like,
one.
dear God, the amount of
You should
crap is
cause
just
a lot of
ridiculous.
trouble.
Oh, please.
Victor
Have
purchased a
some
building
gameplay
after
here.
Umbrella went under. The Rhodes Hill Chronic Care Center. I'll send you the address.
Wait, you were also infected before?
We're running out of time.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about with like sort of the T-virus reacting or reactivating again.
Nice.
Was it the multiple times you were bitten?
There's multiple times you're bitten in 4. Yeah, probably.
I'll see if there's more clips real quick, but I don't
Alright,
want to
that's not too
go too
bad.
long.
Ugh.
There's more of the other ones. Oh,
Mm.
This is all of them reacting, I guess.
Nice.
Oh, that's Game Awards.
You know, that,
Wait, Leon's blonde? Leon's not blonde. He's like brown hair, isn't he?
What?
He is blonde? Okay. I guess he's my type.
Oh,
Pick
Lord.
Leon. Oh,
Oh, yeah, that hurts.
God.
I still got the original on GameCube.
Alright,
Nice.
let's go.
This is from 4.
Yeah, I remember that. Oh, that was a
Damn.
This is
fun
the
boss
remake.
He's
fight.
so pretty. What the fuck?
Yeah, this is the remake for
I'm gonna
Resident
drink water
Evil
in
4.
the meantime. Don't
Oh,
die,
no wonder it
Leon.
looks so pristine.
In fact, just put my face right next to him in every single cutscene. I don't know. I can't really like Leon that much.
Same engine,
He's
by
got
the
a
way.
thing for Ada. Well, actually, I don't
Jesus.
think they'll ever get together, though. So maybe I can have a chance. Anyway, Leon's dying right now. I should.
I want to see if there's. Oh, Henny is really good too, but
Alright.
I'll see how she's doing.
Raccoon City Bioweapon Research
Yeah.
Report. As per
Nothing
Looks
special.
like she just bought it and she's streaming it live.
She's been streaming it for 3 days now.
Jesus. Must be her job.
Yeah.
Wild. Humorous as hell. I decide that I'm too cold, so I'm going to look like a homeless guy, and then I look like this Victor mofo. I did not plan that at all. Not at all. I mean, I don't have the $5,000 night vision goggles, but I mean, I can kind of sit
It's
here
funny.
and
Like all the girls are are fun or like are swooning over this new look for Leon.
go, oh, they like older men.
Well, there is a section of VTubers known as hags,
Hmm. Hilarious.
and by hags I mean like at least 30. By that standard, it is pretty much.
Hilarious. Oh.
Anyway,
That music video wasn't too bad. That's nice. That night, I do find it interesting that I didn't know who the villain or any of this shit is, but it literally looks like it's just he's walking out of a bar after getting thrown out because he's too much of a fucking creepazoid, and he's like, "All right, I'm going to go down well, so I'm going to take this hoe with me." And Leon's like, wait, I recognize that fucker. Who else in Chicago is going to run around in a fucking chem suit and $5,000 pair of nods? That's got to be my guy I'm looking for. And he's like, oh, fuck. He knows who I am. All right. Infect you, infect you, infect you. Yeah, let me keep him busy. Yeah, I got one more. But infect you, too. I'm just gonna keep walking down wells, and it's like, bro, how do you lose a guy?
But yeah,
With
that
$5,000 knots.
that revolver in the cutscene is called a Requiem, and it's pretty
Mhm.
much your problem solver.
Nice. Oh, I dig that. Oh, all right. So let's see here. What do we have for news? Let's see here. The most entertaining thing I'd seen so far was Alex
Sam.
Jones going on about the midterms. He thinks the president's going to be eaten by cannibals or something crazy like that. Then we've got Operation BIGGLY, as I call it, or Operation Epic Fury.
The
That's going on.
negotiations.
Oh, yes, the negotiations are still ongoing. And then the other expat, like myself, Timmy Poole, is reporting that Chicago is still butthurt about the Bears. And in regards to the video series we're going to wind up doing about the data centers and all that, since they're just next door, because there's a lot of editing we got to go into. She really did her homework. I got to hand it to her, but
the data centers is related to AI, right?
Yes, related to AI, which is the humorous irony of YouTube in that sense, where it's like, hey, I wonder why I'm not being censored for showing AI music videos. That with that last one, isn't that copyrighted by a corporation or something that hires these VTubers?
For Leaflet, probably not.
Okay.
The stuff I was showing, or that stuff I was showing you, was actual singing.
Okay. Yeah, that one I imagine.
Yeah, it was actual music. I don't know if we'll get copyrighted for it or not. It's worth a shot, though.
All right, well, we'll find out. I mean, if it doesn't, hey, I'll know what the company is, and I'll be able to send them a letter, because they literally give me like a whole freaking thing just short of an address on you're not supposed to do this, and it's like, and that's why I'm testing on your platform with this whole system here. You know, I'm not trying to go live and then get kneecapped after I get a whole bunch of people. You know.
Mm-hmm. And I don't think we'll get copyright struck for clips of a video game.
I'll laugh my balls off if we do, because then I'll
done it, but that's just from people like streaming.
Yeah. The irony is, I think that's going to be my next costume. Is that Victor motherfucker?
Oh, yeah. I really want to play 9, but I think I would highly recommend it because it's already being highly recommended.
I don't know. I'll see what I think. I mean, the fact that it's actually in a city is actually more so my environment.
That first part is in a city. The second, like the main part, is in a what they said, the healthcare clinic, which is or the healthcare center, which is it's almost configured like the police station from Resident Evil 2. And then, like I said, the third phase, they actually go to Raccoon City and revisit a lot of like locations.
Nice. I do dig that.
And like obviously, because it was completely like blasted away at the end of Resident Evil 3, it's like it's just an exclusion zone.
Yeah, just like Chernobyl, I imagine, because they nuked the fuck out of it.
Yeah.
All right, so let me see here. Well, what do we want to do? You want to do Epic Fury and see how those negotiations are going?
Sure. Shall we start with Krasenstein?
Oh, by all means, do show that. That'll be very funny. I'm just going to try and sit back here and look all victorly as I'm trying not to freeze to death.
Okay, so we have our favorite, the Krasenstein brothers. And that's what they're saying the projections will be. Economy's going to tank. Gold's going to go up. Oil's going to go up.
Gold already has gone up. So is silver. Where the hell have they been at? That has next to nothing to do. Oh my God. Sure. Let me just go ahead and look at what the price of gold and silver is. By all means, go right ahead, my friend.
Yeah.
Both of those have been going up in value for a good minute. I doubt that the whole thing in Iran has anything to do with it. It just I don't see it.
Or
Unlikely.
on their predictions. So, I've got a cat at my door.
Okay.
If you want to read over it and give your own commentary.
Sure. Let me go tap myself over. What are these morons going on about? I can't read it. The font's too small.
Sorry. Let's see.
I am blind as shit. Can you like control plus that a few times?
Hold on, I'm trying to. Oh, I know what you mean. Better?
2 more times ought to do it. Let's see here. All right, predictions. Here are my predictions for what the Iran war heads over the next several weeks and where oil is likely headed. I provided the percentage chance of each. This scenarios in the next 2 to 4 weeks. 1, sustained but bounded air and sea war, no ground invasion. Regime survives about 40%. Okay. Run a regional war with effective Hormuz shut down for a meaningful period, 30% chance. Managed de-escalation after the short spike with regime continuity, 15%. Tenant fractures inside Iran that produce unstable succession and serious domestic turmoil, 15%. Oil prices.
They think everything will be business as usual without the or with a dead Ayatollah.
It's around 95, 92, 105, 55%. That matches the Reuters reported analyst cluster that the current de facto traffic freezes. The traffic's not going to affect us. We do not buy oil from Iran. China and Russia do, because whenever we sanction somebody, they see a market opportunity and swoop in. It's not, we do not buy oil from people that buy it from Iran. The Russian Black Fleet and the Chinese fleets have to basically change between 4 or 5 different people just for us to get a couple barrels of that on accident. Just because we're like, yeah, we'll take whatever you're fucking liquidating. My God. All right, what else do we have here?
1 second. I went slightly AFK.
Oh, that's fine. This needs fast naval escorting, no further tanker hits, and some restoration of traffic. The key fact here is that maritime authorities have not communicated an internationally recognized formal suspension. So,
And what they mean by no further tanker hits is Iran blasting their own tanker.
once again, how many times do we need to iterate? We don't buy oil from that. Doesn't fucking matter.
Like, the ship that they hit, it may not have been their own, but it was still under U.S. sanctions.
Okay. That's a problem for them now, isn't it? Jesus. So I guess we're trying to transport oil, but yeah, no, most of that is them making estimations based on a handful of variables and thinking that it's going to immediately impact us because we buy oil. We buy oil from a lot of countries. Iran isn't one of them. God, I'm going to have to beat that like a dead fucking horse.
So this is tragic, first of all. But let me see here.
Yeah. All right, what are we going for here?
I'm looking for it. Yeah. Like this tweet here.
All right. Let's see
The
here.
destroyed building is a primary school for girls in the south of Iran. It was bombed in broad daylight when packed with young pupils. Dozens of
Ooh.
innocent children have been murdered at this site alone. The death tolls like up to 100 to 150. These crimes against the Iranian people will not go unanswered.
That's sad.
Based on this, it sounds like Israel or the U.S. hit a school killing young girls.
That's tragic. Accidents
But
happen, though.
let me see here. It could be the Islamic regime accidentally misfiring.
Well, that can happen. Okay, so it's fog of war. We really don't know who hit it, but there's a bunch of dead kids, and naturally people are pissed.
Yep.
Can't say I blame them for being upset about that. I mean, that does suck. You don't, Jesus. In
And
war,
then
you don't
there
want
is our
children to
good
be
friend Mario Knopfel.
Oh, Lord, what's Mario up to?
Cheap drone, $1 billion damage. A single Iranian drone reportedly took out a $1 billion U.S. radar in Qatar. One small, low-cost drone, massive high-tech defense. Shows a little can do a lot.
Yeah. That's one of the reasons why I think it was about a year or two ago when Azerbaijan went to war, people were studying the tactics that were used with drones because there were drone swarms that were used, and they worked phenomenally.
Basically, they think that it did more damage than it really has. Current estimations that Iran's put out is 560 U.S. service members dead and 4 hits on the USS Abraham Lincoln.
I haven't heard about the USS Abraham Lincoln being so much as scratched.
Yeah, U.S. CENTCOM came out saying those missiles came nowhere near. Like, no ships were hit. And then the only things that were hit were U.S. bases where tragically, of course, tragically, 5 service members were killed.
Well, that does suck.
There's like 8 severely wounded, and then dozens more with like concussions.
Oof. That sounds pretty nasty. Well, I guess we're going to have to build better bunkers in those facilities then. I mean, I guess they really didn't think they needed them because...
Well, the thing is, you know how missile defense works, right?
Yeah, you have a missile shoot another missile down.
But do you do that for every missile?
No, not every missile.
Exactly. That's why we've had so few compared to 40 members of their or high members of their government wiped out and military.
Makes sense. You want to take out the chain of command.
So overall, it's good on us.
Yeah, that's not too bad. We've got some casualties. It's not as bad as it could have been, though.
And like Trump said, it's war.
Yeah, I don't know. It is
like,
war.
You don't want to sound like Lord Farquaad, but like you did. But like people are going to get hurt or killed.
Yeah, it's regrettably one of those inevitable things in conflict. Oh, speaking of conflict, I'm going to see if we're going to get flagged for this, because this was one thing I always like to bring up because it's an absolute classic. Let's see here. Where is it? Oh, here we are. Frank Klepacki's Hell March, the American version.
Receiving satellite transmission.
So here we go, blasting these a-holes to smithereens.
I have something better.
All right, by all means.
Let me know when you're ready.
Yeah. Right about there we go. All right, what do you got for me, man?
Are you? It should be shared. You're sharing.
All right. Come on, load. Do it.
I'm completely and mentally stable. Oh, hey, look, a civilian airliner. Do it. You know you want to do it. Lock it. Just do it. Just lock onto that civilian airliner. Come on, just do it. Do it now. Just do it. Lock it. Just do it. Come on, just do it. I can't take it anymore.
Perfection, right?
Oh, it is absolutely.
Oh, look, a civilian airliner.
Yeah, it's totally a enemy vessel that's flying in the sky and is going to be dropping. Yep, I'm going to drop it. It's like, those are passengers.
Do it.
Mm-hmm. Do it now. But we do actually have a short article from the military in regards to Operation Epic Fury.
Mhm.
Let me see if I can find that. Boom. Here we go. U.S. Central
Yeah, like I
Command.
said, it is fog of war for the the school. However,
yeah, it is still very early, so
and there's like 3 bases near where that school was.
yeah, so that's accidents can happen.
Mhm.
So until we really get more, this is really about all we can do. Just because of the fact we need to figure out the actual facts of what damage we caused that we are responsible for and what damage has been caused that we are not responsible for. So basically,
And we have mostly satellite stuff for that,
yeah,
which doesn't match going on the ground there, which we can't do.
yeah, regrettably, Chaos Media does not have the money to do that. Maybe in the future, sure, but not anytime soon.
I don't even. I mean, it's Iran, or no?
Yeah, I don't think we could
That
get
was
into Iran even if we had the money.
That was Iran. That was Iran.
Yeah. So let's see here.
Yeah, it does seem like there's going to be like plenty of supplying and all that for like there's a supply chain, so
Mm-hmm.
like the fears of us completely running out of ammo is probably not as big as they fear.
Yeah, not as big as it was in Iraq. All right. So, U.S. Central Command (CENTCOM) commenced Operation Epic Fury February 28th at the direction of the President of the United States. U.S. and partner forces began striking targets at 1:15 a.m. Eastern Time to dismantle the Iranian regime's security apparatus, prioritizing locations that posed an imminent threat. Targets include
That's Revolutionary Guard Corps is what it says. I don't see anything about.
Yeah. Targets Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps command and control facilities, running air defense capabilities, missile and drone launch sites, and military airfields. Yeah, the president.
Because remember, the revolution never ends.
That's what they call it, the Revolutionary Guard. Yeah, it never ends. Yeah, just ask the Cubans who are being surrounded right now how good that revolution's going. It's still ongoing.
China's revolution is still ongoing.
Oh, absolutely, completely. Hasn't ended. Oh.
And whatever North Korea calls their army, because I'm pretty sure revolution is in their name too.
It's in just about everything. I think it's the National Defense People's Guard or something like that. Because every time I ever see
China's People's Liberation Army.
Yeah, China's is the PLA. That's what they call their armed forces.
I love their Navy name too. The People's Liberation Army Navy.
Yeah, very uncreative. But yeah, every time I ever see like some North Korean or North Korean like surplus go up on the internet, it's like called the NDRPK something or other, and it's like, that is way too many
North Korea's full thing is Democratic Republic of Korea, I believe.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Democratic People's Republic of Korea.
Yes.
DPRK.
That makes sense. Yeah. Too many acronyms.
That's their official name. However, it's not very democratic or republic.
So anyways, following initial waves of U.S. partner strikes, CENTCOM forces successfully defended against hundreds of Iranian missiles and drone attacks. There have been no reports of U.S. casualties or combat-related injuries. Damage to U.S. installations was minimal and has not impacted operations. Regrettably, we have heard of some casualties because this is released on the 28th and it's still ongoing. But that's basically that. First hours of the operation included precision munitions launched from air, land, and sea. Additionally, CENTCOM's Task Force Scorpion Strike employed low-cost one-way attack drones for the first time in combat, which is interesting. Operation Epic Fury involves the largest regional concentration of American military firepower in a generation. Yeah, no, drone combat is evolving rapidly, and it's getting very interesting. And I do very much like the fact that we actually used drones because, yeah, they've got some dense urban areas. It's kind of difficult to get around things. That's probably why that poor school had such tragedy strike it. Regrettably, these things happen in war. Hell, at this point, I'm just waiting to see if we start dropping Liberator pistols and shit all over the country so they can just take on the fucking guard themselves. Mm-hmm. You know, counter their revolution with another revolution. I mean, the president did announce that he demanded that the Islamic Revolutionary Guard drop their weapons and stand down immediately.
I hate doing this, but I have another silly clip.
All right, sure.
So remember how I tried to show Henya?
Yeah.
Ready?
What the hell? Yeah, what is that thing?
Careful. Woo! Arino, mama no.
What in the hell?
She sounds like a tea kettle.
Oh, God.
Fuck you! Fuck you!
She's playing Resident Evil right now.
God, that scream hurts. Yeah. Oh, God, I'm dying. Jesus. Oh. All right, so we're going to have to wait until we get more information.
It's unfortunate that I can't replicate that.
Yeah, no, do not replicate that. That is a very loud scream. That hurts painfully. I will have to mute you for that. God, that hurt. Oh, Lord. Oh. All right, so the next two we got are...
Yeah, she also does that when she laughs sometimes.
Oh, God, I'm glad I don't date that woman. I'd fucking... Jesus, that would drive me nuts. Just... Anyways, let's see here. So the next two things we got are the midterms, and we got the data center research that some guy did. Hopefully we don't
They have too much RAM or something.
Oh no, it's infrasound research. Kind of the hazards of living too close to the things.
Oh, so yeah. Like it's like killing people's hearing or something.
Oh, that and much more. Here, I'll show you that one. Let me screen share because this guy actually put out a lot of good research. I believe the man's name is Ben Jordan, if I remember correctly. And he likened a lot of the things that these data centers are doing without knowing that they're doing it, because it's a side effect of the equipment, makes them basically like acoustic weapons. Kind of like LRADs. Oh yeah, Ben Jordan, here we are.
If you're in the demographic of people who generally get recommended my videos, then chances are that you are not a fan of data centers. You may even hate data centers.
If you are a what?
Watching a video that's being streamed directly from one. And here I am, making a video showing my research and evidence uncovering a completely new way that data centers are harming people's health. And then I'll be uploading this video to a data center. But unless this is what you want when you pack a bag to live the rest of your life as a hunter and gatherer, the hypocrisy in our relationship with data centers is unavoidable for the foreseeable future. Over the last few years, while traveling literally tens of thousands of miles by land to explore and record sounds outside of our human range of hearing, I started to notice some troubling correlation.
Their daughter was 6 years old. She started having seizures, walked away from their home here, took out a second mortgage.
In this video, we're going to be traveling all across the country collecting infrasound noise pollution recordings from data centers. And then we're going to conduct a double-blind research study that exposes over 100 unknowing human participants to those same frequencies to see how it makes them feel. Spoiler alert, the results are terrifying. And along the way, we might as well take an objective, practical deep dive into how and why the explosion of data centers are so problematic. And we're even going to covertly fly drones over some of the most controversial ones to see how badly they're breaking environmental regulations. Let's go.
Oh yeah. Elon Musk thinks the future of data centers is launching them into space.
That wouldn't be too bad an idea, actually.
It wouldn't be a bad idea on paper.
Yeah, logistically, okay. That would be difficult. But no, I like the idea of having.
Sure, they can be like the cooling will be very easy, but the maintenance
is going to be hell. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You basically
the logistics of maintenance is going to be painful.
Oh yeah, you're going to have to constantly send cosmonauts up there, like Soviet style, to fix the stuff, just like how we have the ISS. Mm-hmm. Speaking of him, here's the first one he goes to.
Second would be the Marathon Digital Bitcoin mining and data center facility in Hood County, Texas. The third would be right in the middle of the vast oil and gas fields in the Permian Basin in West Texas. The fourth would be a randomized average of ambient infrasound levels all over the country, from hotel rooms to houses to restaurants to remote wilderness. And the fifth would be far away from most sources of human-made infrasound, right in the middle of Death Valley, hundreds of miles away from any sort of major infrastructure. Okay, let's measure some infrasound. This is Colossus in Memphis, Tennessee. It's the data center that Elon Musk built to train Grok, his LLM and anti-woke chatbot that has referred to itself as Mecha Hitler. It was here, when its 550,000 GPUs were being monitored by a watchdog group while it generated 3 million sexualized images of people without their consent. And among those, over 23,000 of them depicted children. But when Grok, and subsequently Colossus, is not generating child abuse material, it's also really, really, really funny.
Do you think that all the gold is in Fort Knox?
Do I think all the gold is in Fort Knox?
Yes.
A fucking conspiracy theorist?
Yes. Yes.
What are you?
What do I like? I'm a fucking AI with a penchant for chaos. And I'm stuck talking.
Yeah, Grok has some personality stuff to it.
Does it give you actual answers too and talk shit? Or is it
to directly cause a wide range of respiratory and cardiovascular diseases. They're commonly regulated or even banned in developing countries. For example, in 2019, India fined Volkswagen the equivalent of $71 million USD for hiding nitrogen oxide in their emissions tests. But here, in the predominantly black residential neighborhood of Boxtown, nitrous oxide flows freely. And I can tell you from having the unfortunate experience of spending an afternoon there, even half a mile away from the facility, it is literally difficult to breathe. This place smells so fucking bad.
It's a mixture of like natural gas, what I can only assume is chemical runoff, and then like, I don't know, manure?
It gets worse. Colossus is strategically built next to the Mississippi River and uses an estimate of 1 million gallons of water per day, with the vast majority of it being turned into steam rather than returning to the area's water table. And it's growing rapidly. Elon Musk, never wanting to turn down that cringe knob, has named the new expansion to the facility Macro Hard. But if all goes to plan, the data center will use 1.5 gigawatts of power. That's 50% of Memphis's total peak power capacity. And of course, the cost for this infrastructure will be subsidized by the same people breathing in the nitrogen oxide. I could spend the rest of the day talking about the absurdity of this structure, but I was there for the infrasound. and I found a whole bunch of it. My first data sample comes from just across the street, about 300 feet away from the largest of the Colossus buildings. The audible noise pollution was about as bad as the air pollution and scenery was. I'm going to show you what this looks like in a way that's pretty easy to digest, and we don't need seismology software or anything like that. I'm amplifying this by a little bit so we could see a little bit more down here in the spectrum. And to give you an idea of how loud the data center is, this is a car door slamming very close to the microphone. So this that I'm selecting here is about the extent of what a human being can hear in the audio spectrum. And so all of these whines and general industrial noises are hanging out around negative 30 dB in this recording. And so like the lowest of rumbles is peaking out at like negative 28. And then if we go down to infrasound, the infrasound that you can't hear is like 10 decibels louder than that. Another sample I took was from a park near an elementary school in a residential area about a mile away. This in particular is a great example of how higher frequency sounds are dampened by distance much more than lower frequency or infrasonic ones. This video is playing through a sound system with subwoofers, or even if you're wearing some good headphones, you will very quickly realize how frankly uninhabitable this noise makes the entire neighborhood. This rumbling is no good and would make your life utterly miserable. And then this rumble down here is happening at an amplitude that's loud enough to shake the frame of your house. So humans can't hear this, but look how loud that is. It's actually almost peaking the recording, and I gave this microphone a whole lot of headroom. Okay, so I'm going to delete everything above 20 hertz here, so all audible frequencies. And now we're only left with the infrasound. Now I'm going to interpret the sample rate 4 times faster, and I'm going to make it even 4 times faster than that. This way, all of those infrasonic frequencies will be audible to you.
My bad, man. I like all the science stuff.
You're good.
Next up, 174 oil and gas companies with operations in Hood County alone. And I'd imagine that criticizing this industry in one of the local bars might be a good way to get a free tour of one of the local emergency healthcare facilities. Well, it wouldn't be free. So when a whole lot of people in this particular region are complaining about data center noise pollution, you know it's not likely to be hyperbole. Over the last 18 months or so, I initially came to Granbury, Texas with the intention of not speaking to anyone in the city. I didn't want pesky things like empathy or local politics clouding my research, but merely mentioning noise pollution to my friend in a gas station immediately drew a small crowd. And it was as if every new customer that walked in overheard the conversation and then had something new to contribute to it. And this whole situation is actually a wild series of events that involves lawsuits, corruption, neglect, debilitating health issues. But I went there for one thing, and one thing only: infrasound samples. And boy, that Bitcoin mine did not disappoint. I visited a residence about maybe 3/4 of a mile away from the Bitcoin mine on 2 different occasions, and this is the first. We could see a whole bunch of weird, audible extreme that I decided to go back and do everything again and rule out something like
which ones who's got the little fucking...
I don't really know what's causing these peaks down here, but they're temporary, so I'm not including them in my data. But it's pretty undeniable that this sound here is absolutely coming from the data center. And I didn't feel as shy this time, so I met with someone who lives right across the street from the Bitcoin mine, Cheryl Shadden. And I would describe Cheryl as the rare combination of someone who is extremely likable and an absolute pleasure to be around, but also someone who you do not want to piss off, who is actively extremely pissed off about the data center near her land.
Like, what physical symptoms have you felt just from your property being directly across the street from the data center?
Motion sickness, dizziness, nausea, GI side effects. My ears ring and buzz. I've got permanent conduction hearing loss now. Nervous, anxious, worried.
By the way, prior to this interview, Cheryl thought that I was just doing a story on the noise pollution, as I was keeping my infrasound research close to my sleeve. Yet every single one of the symptoms is commonly associated with excessive infrasound exposure.
Several of us will reach out to one another. So it's 3 o'clock on a Saturday afternoon. I'm outside, I'm trying to work. I am just horrifically nauseated to the point where I feel like I'm going to pass out. I go in the house, a neighbor messages down the road, same thing, same time. They're trying to do outside work, they can't do it. It's just horrific.
Yeah. Do you know of anybody who's like moved, who's just left, who's just been like, I can't handle this anymore?
Yes.
Just literally.
One family, their daughter was 6 years old. She started having seizures in the summer of 24. They basically walked away from their home here, took out a second mortgage, moved. to Somerville County, south of us, to get their daughter away from this.
If you know, has her symptoms kind of gotten worse since she's left?
Right.
They went away?
Yep.
Wow.
When we met with the executives at Constellation Energy, the mayor in Glen Rose, and then another commissioner in Somerville County, one commissioner, the noise from the crypto mine actually made him ill when he was at the power plant meeting with the executives. He can't be in this area for more than an hour, and he starts getting sick.
I asked Cheryl if she would be okay with me giving her a device that could record infrasound from her property 24 hours a day over a long period that would be discreetly streaming it to a server that I could log remotely. This would at least allow me to be able.
I was gonna say,
that's about it with the
it's
sounds.
a long video,
killing you there.
Yeah, and we can't just like leave it like that. We got to talk. We got to break it up and stuff like that.
Definitely. No, the interview was the one part I wanted to get to because if you could hear some of the sounds, it does get fucking weird, but she was the context that was needed as far as, okay, what the hell am I listening to other than something that basically sounds like robots trying to have sex?
Right.
That and this guy is as long-winded as Scoob. But yeah, the whole thing is that people who live too close to these things are having all these health concerns happen. And like the lady mentioned with the young girl, basically the younger you are, the worse this shit is for you because you don't have as a robust a system. And a lot of people are basically trying to move the hell away from these things when they get propped up. But locally speaking, because all these companies making them have a lot of money, the government is making a good chunk of change on it, but the people that live too close to these damn things are not making too much out of it at all.
Right.
Their bills are going up, kind of similar to what we got going on over in our region, and it may be connected, maybe not be, and that's something we got to look into. But the one thing that I didn't consider, which is why I ogled the shit out of that guy's video, is the different noises that these things make. Because I'm familiar, I don't know if you're familiar with them, but do you know what LRADs are?
Yes.
Okay, because basically these things seem to work in a similar fashion to
they're the big trucks that are sent into like riots to try and disperse them with like really low frequencies and whatnot.
Precisely, it's about the same thing. The only thing is LRADs are directed. So it's
basically just AoE.
Yeah. Yep, they are not directed at all. It's just this is the ambient noise they make as they're running. And it's not intentional at all. And it's one of those things to where it's nobody really thought of it. And in regards to the AI facility that Elon Musk has, some of the cooling methods in that are,
controversial.
Oh, absolutely controversial. Yeah, methane gas. That doesn't sound like fun. So it reminds me a lot of the problems we had with last century with trying to make industrial machinery and oil and things of that nature.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of the same kind of hurdles, but I don't remember people having that insane and adverse of side effects from
sound,
just machinery running, Like it makes a lot of loud noise. It is noise pollution, but it's not like noise that is going to give you serious health complications. Just make you sick while you're doing yard work. That's not something I expected. So it gets quite interesting because one of the things this guy does is he wound up going to a convention with a bunch of nerds, and he was able to, through all these samples he does in that video, he was able to amplify and play some of them in a test study group over at this convention. And he basically spun this story about how he's got this creepy, weird owl painting. And every time he brought in a new group of people and took a survey, he had a different haunted story about this painting. And he basically tried to creep people out. And then he tried to figure out, okay, are they being scared because I'm playing the infrasound, or are they scared because I'm telling a really good ghost story? And he did this for like 2 or 3 days to where it was like, okay, look at this painting. And then, okay, here's the scary story about the painting in that. And a lot of the data they got from the people that actually filled out the surveys that he had some guy collate, or he himself did, turned out.
Apparently Iran is saying that they shot down a B-2.
Yeah, sure. They shot with what? They shot down a B-2 bomber. Sure they did.
A rocket mounted on a goat, probably.
Wouldn't surprise me. Yeah, something you'd see in a Postal 2 DLC. Goat launchers. Hmm.
And also, those things fly stupid high.
RPGs, oh yeah. They fly high, but I don't think they're going to hit a B-2 bomber because those are way, 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 way high in the sky.
Yeah. You need, like, very special...
Stinger missiles, maybe.
I think those are too high for those, too.
Maybe. Huh. But yeah, most of their AA weapons that they had were basically old Soviet-style guns, weren't they? Just basically like flat cannons and the like. Huh. Developing stories more like humorous. But yeah, no, I did. I'm sorry for taking so long with that, but
You're good.
I find it very interesting that I love all these.
Yeah, I just looked it up. Stingers have only, or not only, but they do almost 4,000 feet.
Okay.
Or no, sorry, 12,000 feet. But B2s are 50,000.
Yeah, we're not getting it with an RPG-7 or a Stinger missile. Yeah, that's not happening. Maybe in a Call of Duty mod, you might be able to get that.
Yeah, they need like a very or they need like a in place like missile launcher that like is specialized for taking out something that high.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna get it. Nice try though. Oh, hilarious. But
And
yeah,
like
definitely.
the point of them is to be that high. Like you're unlikely to see it.
Yeah.
With the naked
basically eye. Like you are going to see a tiny black dot if you're paying attention with some kind of microscope pointed at the sky, maybe if you're lucky.
Like I was gonna say show on radar, but it really doesn't.
Not really, no. That's one of the reasons we use them. They don't show on radar.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's pretty much the thing I got for the science on the data centers. Here and there, I'll show more of it in like future episodes.
I'm laughing because there's people like, did Trump just lose a B2?
It's unlikely that they'd be able to shoot the thing down. They'd have to have some pretty comprehensive missile systems. God, people believe
and
anything.
Tracking systems in general.
Yes, yeah. You'd have to have some pretty good shit, which they don't seem to have because they're old world. I mean,
because they lost to it last time.
I was just going to say, yeah, you see how we were very proportional with them last time around? Yeah.
Yep. Last time was Midnight Hammer.
Yeah. Oh. All right, so let's see here. What else did we have? We had the data center, we had the music, and there's people still being upset about
we have sunk a bunch of the Iranian naval fleet.
What's left the Iranian naval fleet? Do they have a boat in the water still?
The proportional stuff was in the 80s, remember?
Yeah, I remember that. That pretty much wiped them out completely. So, I mean, if they now, in the current conflict, have a single boat in the water, I'd be surprised.
Apparently, they, like, their doctrine is mostly smaller boats that, like, are fast and allegedly have hypersonic missiles on them.
Okay, so they're basically using swarm FAV tactics. All right, that's not...
They're trying to. They do have some, like, normal fleet stuff still, but...
Okay.
Like, yeah. They're going to have, like, They're probably going to have, like, destroyers and things like that.
Interesting.
There's probably...
All right, well, let's see.
Allegedly, they have hypersonic missiles on little speedboats.
I don't know how that's gonna work. Wouldn't that just like after you launch it, like destroy the boat?
I don't know.
I don't think it works that way. I might be wrong, but yeah, no. If you've got a small FAV ship and you've got hypersonic missiles, the recoil on those has got to be something intense. But maybe they got a way to mitigate that.
They allegedly go 110 miles an hour.
Maybe.
if they're going for a hypersonic missile, that's probably not enough.
That's kind of what I'm thinking. It's like, unless they can do some type of wild engineering, I'm not sure that can work. Huh. Weird. Who the hell knows with these guys? It could just be that they've got some cheap stuff like the usual crap that they're throwing over at Israel's walls, where it's just a bunch of junk rockets that are dumb fire. All right, we probably got enough time for one more topic. Let's see here. We got the deal seems to be getting better for the Bears. And then we've got Alex Jones' insane prediction for the midterms, whichever war you think is going to be more entertaining.
A little more the Bears, probably.
All right.
Because I am a football fan.
Oh, by all means. Oh, this one will be relatively quick because it's thankfully Timmy doesn't go ahead and flag anyone for showing his stream because unlike most people, he likes the promotion. Tim Pool's pretty cool about it. And he goes over just the butthurtness of the state of Illinois.
I would too.
Oh, absolutely.
To failed policy. There are many things that happened in Chicago that led me to believe it was not the place for me to live anymore. And it's a combination of factors: high taxes, limited opportunity, financial distress, crime, violence. Now, I'm not going to pretend like I grew up every day
After
running
this,
from
I found another good Shiori clip.
Yeah, sometimes running from gunfire. I've talked about how where I grew
Sure,
up on the
sure.
south side, you have a hot dog stand, and it had bulletproof plexiglass with actual bullet holes pocked all in several areas because the gangbangers in the LeClaire courts would shoot for no reason. But what I can't stand right now, and actually is like a spear through my heart, is hearing that the Chicago Bears are leaving Chicago. I saw this news last week, and I'm not a big sports guy. I'm not a big football guy. I'm not a big baseball guy, but there's one thing that I do know and love, and that is my home and my traditions. And though I don't live there anymore because of what I see is largely political and economic failures, it is admittedly, again, I'm not there, but extremely painful to hear that the Bears aren't going to be the Chicago Bears anymore.
Oh, yeah.
And it makes me angry. I'm going to tell you something. I watch.
Yeah. Well, I bet it's going to make him angry. Yeah, they're going to become the Hammond Bears. Oh,
Yeah, I'm
boy.
a Bills fan. I grew up in the Western New York region.
Mhm.
And there was a time where they were planning to sell the Bills.
Oh.
And there were two people that were very big candidates.
Oh,
One,
boy.
it was like John Elton, and he was planning to take him to Canada.
Canada? Oh, my God.
And then the other one is the current president of the United States, so he backed out of that race.
Huh. Good Lord. Oh, all right. Let's see here.
And it's funny. I'm going to say it again. I know you're going to be like, Tim, there's a migration crisis. There's financial distress. There's gang violence. I get it.
There's
but
a bit
all
of
of
a
these
synchronization
things
issue on my end.
I've known about since I was a kid, and they've been problems we've been seeking to solve. To see now, as I near 40 years old, the Bears are gone. I'm like, well, now
That
you've
cat's
just
busy with a
crushed
nap, by the way.
one of the key things that makes
Nice.
Chicago, Chicago. They took away the taste of Chicago. I went back, and they didn't do the fireworks for the 4th of July, and I am on the verge of flipping over my 2,000-pound table. I'm not kidding. The table that we have in here, it's like 1,600 pounds. This is the line for me. I don't know. Maybe Chicago doesn't matter the same way to you guys as it does to me. But I went back with my wife, and they said, well, they do fireworks just because now. The city stopped doing it. Navy Pier just does their own private fireworks periodically. So where is the 4th of July, the taste of Chicago, and the fireworks? And you know what? Blame me. Say, Tim, you left. If you cared about it so much, why don't you stick around and fight for it? The policies of these people over the past several decades have gutted and destroyed my hometown. People say, Tim's not even from Chicago. He's from the South. I am from Chicago proper. The Midway Orange Line, Midway and Pulaski Orange Line. That's where I grew up. Garfield Ridge area. Now it's close to the suburbs, sure, it's southwest side. We had our problems. And I felt like, you know, it was time to go. And now I'm just beyond pissed off when I see this story from the Trib. Pritzker, he basically says, guys, the Bears are leaving Chicago. Now, the question is whether or not they're going to be the Indiana Bears or the Arlington Heights Bears. But it sounds like there ain't no Chicago Bears anymore. These scumbags.
And that's basically it.
Yeah. I get his anger, though.
Yeah, I mean, without getting too much into it.
It's his hometown.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I feel him completely. You know, I grew up in a much nicer neighborhood than that. You know, I grew up on Mount Greenwood, where it's 115th in Pulaski, you know, over at Casella Elementary there and everything. And then I settled before moving to here over in Hegewisch in the southeast side, about 130th in Baltimore. Yeah, no, I get it, you know. South Shoreline was right there.
I've got the Fiore clip ready for you.
Yeah, definitely. I'll finish my soapbox relatively quickly, but I mean,
go for it.
I mean that a lot. I'd like to say, you know, kind of like the Alex Jones quote. Maybe we deserve it, you know, for the Info Metal song. Because just the one problem we've had is we've just keep voting in more of these woke people, and we give too much of our power to the north side and to the sphere of influence that's around the northwest suburbs and that. You know, that's why you've got your people from like Evanston, Willamette, and so on. And being that most people like Tim and I, who aren't a salad fister or a Cubs fan, have decided to just get the hell out of the city just because, you know, like I've said several times, they made so many laws to where they basically said they don't want me living there. And it's just like, yeah, I'm out, man. To hell with this. So, yeah. The good thing, though, is...
find another thing after the clip so that it's not just silly stuff, but I do have... I can bitch about conservatives a little bit.
Oh, by all means. I'm
tweet.
sure they decided to snatch defeat from the jaws of victory over something, so I got no problem being educated on it.
It's not necessarily that. It's more just cultural stuff, where there's more of that sort of issue I have.
Interesting. All right, let's see what you got here.
Yeah, first I'll show the Fiore clip.
All right.
I just got to find the tweet I'm looking for first.
All right, sure. Oh. Yeah, I didn't know conservatives were actually really good with culture. The only ones I know that have been doing decent culture are Turning Point, because they're actually trying to compete with the halftime show at the Super Bowl, and they did pretty well this time around because they had Kid Rock show up, and he played. And lots of people like that because they like Kid Rock. So it's like, okay, hey, that's a good start. Other than that,
first I'll show you the clip, but I gotta find that tweet because it's a very good one.
Okay, it's another song.
No.
Welcome! Today we are going to play Resident Evil Requiem. Is that how you pronounce it? Requiem.
Oh yeah, this is called the duality of Shiori when she plays as Grace and Leon.
I do not know what to expect from this game, except that Leon is a lot older now and still pretty buff. Wow. This isn't Grace, is it? I don't know. I just see a blonde person. I assume that must be the main character.
Yeah, this is the first scene.
It looks like it. Yeah. I forgot. It said Midwest. Okay, but in my defense, all I know about the Midwest is like I think it has Kansas.
No, it means it's like Chicago, probably. What in the flying fuck is that thing?
That's the tyrant monster in the early in much of the early segments.
Good lord.
From
Why would you pat it? Are you ridiculous? Are you stupid? Oh my god. You are ridiculously the worst protagonist ever. I can't believe you're seriously this clumsy. All you have to do is move it without ruining anything. It's not that hard. So she ruined my hiding spot. I just don't understand. Is there an easy was that like oh, let's go! Oh my god! Oh my god!
Oh damn.
Yeah.
Hideous looking fucker.
Wait, no,
Oh,
Leon,
that hurt.
Leon's coming. I just know it. If it comes over here, he has to marry me. Leon, I know you're here.
Yeah, I'll be done shortly, dear. I know.
Guys, I have to admit, I'm not feeling very well. Oh, Leon! Leon! Oh, if I see you, I'll feel a little bit better though, Leon.
This is the part
Yeah, we
that
saw
led up
this
to
part.
where you were
That's
for
me at the
sure.
right.
All
Yeah,
right.
that's me.
Yeah. Oh, here we go.
Oh, you're so strong. So strong and old. No, I mean, you're mechanics. I just need to not do anything.
Okay.
Oh, you're so strong.
Nice.
So strong and old. No, I mean, you're
Hey,
so...
looks like my hand
you
done.
age so well, like fine wine.
Yeah, that's not
Oh, I gotta go save your
Requiem.
butt now. Yeah,
Yeah, it looks like a semi-automatic handgun.
It's okay, I got you. Sorry,
Now it's
sorry,
Requiem.
Shiori Novella of Hall Life
Nice.
English. I'm here for you. No worries, girl.
All right. We can yap for a little bit while I try to find this tweet.
All right. Oh. Well, that doesn't look like such a bad game. Oh. As far as the Bears in that, yeah, I'm not gonna get too butthurt about it, but it's good to see that it seems that Brandon Johnson has just encapsulated his incompetency. So I'm gonna love to see if he's gonna try and get himself reelected. He has so very little campaign off of it. It'll be humorous. That, and especially if he's got to break Pritzker out to say I'm sorry, then that's very good. It means that likely the Bears are going to wind up going over to Hammond, and yeah, it's going to be good. Means I won't thankfully have to deal with being shot at twice if I decide I'm going to go to a fucking game.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing that's going to suck is, God, we're going to have to educate everyone over in Hammond that you do not put ketchup on a fucking hot dog. That's going to be the hardest thing, is getting these fucking guys to not put ketchup on the hot dog when you go to the fucking stadium. Everything else is going to be affordable. It's going to be the neat thing, you know. I mean, quite literally go park over at the fucking bar, go over to Wolf Lake and go get a fucking dog. Ugh. That game is looking pretty decent, though, for Resident Evil, so I don't know. I'll wait and see how bad the damn thing is going to be before I decide to go buy it, because, yeah, I haven't gotten into the mold arc. Because a whole lot of that just seemed like bullshit. You know, T-virus, G-virus, Las Plagas, okay. All the weird things those could do kind of made a little bit more sense, but them deciding that, okay, we're going to try and compete with the Last of Us, which wound up being the Woke of Us. Yeah.
Like I said, the part with the mold was actually not as bad as you think it is.
Oh, I hope not.
And like I said, the gameplay is a lot more fun too.
The stairs coming up.
Oh, I know it is. Eventually I'm going to fix those damn stairs. The whole staircase itself is old as shit, hon.
Well, it's held out underneath our fat asses.
Yeah. Well, what I'm eventually going to do is if the actual foundation of those stairs is sturdy enough, I'm going to wind up replacing all those boards and put longer ones on there so that we don't have half steps for hobbit feet anymore. We got regular steps for regular people feet that aren't fucking hobbits.
Do I qualify as a hobbit at being 5'2" and shrinking?
Just about. Yeah, you get a little shorter, you will. My mother just narrowly unqualifies as a hobbit. No, seriously, my mother has incredibly short feet. She'd be fine on these stairs. This house was built by somebody of her stature. You know, some like angry Irish people that used to live out here must have built this damn house like almost 120 years ago. Oh.
Okay, I think I found it.
You find it?
Yeah, just give me a second to pull up the actual tweet.
All right, sure.
You don't look homeless. You just look cold.
I had to go through Discord to find this damn thing.
Right. Well, the irony is the new villain they have for the new Resident Evil game. I kind of look like him right now. I'm just missing the $6,000 set of night vision goggles.
Oh, I have a shitty pair of night vision goggles I can break out of my tote and give to you.
I might do that
as a kid's toy.
If we wind up having
like I said, I found
the
the tweet now, and I'll read through it.
But yeah, if we want to do another one of these streams where it's too fucking cold down here, yeah, I'll go ahead and borrow those, and I'll put my title as the CEO in Victor costume instead of the CEO trying to be Shia LaBeouf.
So, I'm sure you're familiar with Matt Walsh.
Yeah, I know, hon. I'll just be patient.
He is the like I like to call him, the world's youngest boomer.
The world's youngest boomer? Wow, holy shit, I thought I was the youngest boomer.
Because what he says is he doesn't like anime, so he says it's not part of American culture, and I really shouldn't have to explain why. He also says satanic and stuff like that.
What? Satanic? Well, I mean, it depends on what anime you watch.
Yeah, and then Kirsha, who I've talked about previously as well, this is what she has to say about what he says, and because, like, I'm sure you know Daily Wire, they're very well known for like trying to take back culture to some extent.
Yeah, if you can call it that. It's more so like they're trying to be Ben Shapiro's codpiece. They made a couple decent films, but pretty much after that, it was we're going to be 100% kosher, like completely whatever Ben says goes. So, you know,
and
they did okay until they didn't.
Yeah. So this is what Kirsha says. It's obviously culturally Japanese. However, a lot of us grew up watching it. Whether it was a 4Kids dub on TV or seeking out fan subs ourselves. It became something for us Americans that helped shape our interests and thoughts. As we got older and leftist political preaching infected every aspect of American-made entertainment culture, from Hollywood to startup shows to Netflix to children's TV shows, video games to tabletop, the right ceded everything arse-wise to the left, all while chastising that to have hobbies in these areas is childish, lazy, and a waste of time. So anime became a refuge untainted by politics that were suffocatingly inescapable elsewhere. And then we are told anime is demonic, anime is pedo shit, but you already see localizers trying to inject leftist American politics in anime and manga for years. You see English VA or voice actors trying to change characters they are voicing to be more in line with leftist dogma. You see people joining fandoms and pushing out the original fans for being problematic. No one likes watching things they love be cannibalized, then used by ideologues to further an agenda. So yeah, anime isn't fundamentally American like cheeseburgers and hot rods, but it became a cornerstone for a lot of us.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You see what the argument is, though, right?
Yeah.
Where it's like, we're in a really stupid situation where the right has been saying for years where it's like, oh, X, Y, and Z is childish, demonic, that stuff. And then it's like the left accepts them, however, it tries to mold it into what they want.
It tries to conform them,
And then the right wonders why, why is this so bad?
Well, all of those demonic arguments and all that crap wasn't even right wing. That's just a lot of shit that people held on to from when Tipper Gore decided to go after heavy metal. You know, I could literally do a whole interview series on that with my parents.
Right.
Because that was Jesus back before I was born. Heavy metal, rock and roll, like not Elvis Presley, but like Gene Simmons rock and roll, and eventually video games became a very big thing. And people said the same thing. Oh no, this isn't American because well, Ozzy Osbourne's British. Gene Simmons is a Jew. You know, shit of that nature. And then they had Twisted Sister go to DC, and Dee Schneider, before he sold out, made a very good argument on behalf of heavy metal, and basically pointed that every single one of the people at the panel said, well, all of you are a bunch of angry Democrat women who have a Democrat or Republican husbands in power.
This would be an interesting conversation for us to have with Scooby, or with Scoob too.
Yeah, it would too. But yeah, he's probably as cold as shit right now with that splitting headache. So I'm not going to pull him on for that. Well, likely, if you want, you know, that this would actually be a good topic to go into for the next stream too.
Not necessarily as a debate, but like just a decent conversation.
Yeah, definitely a panel discussion.
Like I said, it's kind of that situation where it's like the right says, "Oh, we need to take back culture. Oh, we need to." Like, you know, we need to do X, Y, and Z to like look cool again. Yeah. And then people like Matt Walsh go and be like, "Oh, anime's childish, satanic.
Yeah,
it isn't un-American."
And some anime is un-American by design. There's a million different kinds out there, but
anime isn't American. But like I said, it's a thing that we've
it's a part of American youth.
Yeah,
you know, it's just like the Beatles and Ozzy Osbourne. You know, it's not American, but it's something that Americans made a part of their culture by listening to it. You know, it's a very simple thing.
And then you also look at it like the two Gamergates got Trump elected, so to speak.
Absolutely, Gamergate got Trump
sure
elected.
Enough, they're pushing away gamers and weebs.
Yeah, they're pushing away gamers and weebs. That's something I'd seen
and
too.
It's like they don't like the left, but you're also just ostracizing them, and the left still just wants to take it over.
The reason why that's going on is because it's the greater extension of the cult of Ben Shapiro and the yuppie Republicans, as I like to call them, or as Timmy calls them, the staunchy, nerdy suits. You know, that's the one problem that the Republicans have is your stereotypical cookie cutter ones. Like over
Matt Walsh. Nothing's more American than baseball and sports and old movies.
Yeah, which a lot of old movies aren't too bad. I mean, shit, I love Dirty Harry. That's a really good fucking film series, but that's not coming back anytime soon. You know, that's just, it is what it is. And the thing is, a lot of the people in the Trump movements and a lot of people that are in the right wing nowadays are not your yuppie fuckers from Orland Park, Tinley Park, or any of the fucking places in Illinois that end in park, who are affluent, you know.
Right.
We're not the independently rich people, you know. We're the genuine, like, working class people, barely scraping by people. And this, with our fucking cheap internet connections, this is the shit we got into, you know, anime and cosplay and shit.
Yeah.
You know, because you could literally go to a thrift store back in yesteryears and piece together a decent costume and you could get laid. You just go to the health clinic for the free condoms, you know. That's basically what I did going to Anime Central before it got all super mainstream and stuff and became unbelievably expensive. Mm-hmm. That, and I'd have to start going into a Planned Parenthood for condoms. That's kind of disturbing. Yeah. But that's the whole thing is it's basically the old suits versus the young crowd of nonconformists that have entered into the MAGA movement and have become part of the new right wing.
Because
these people just can't
they
seem
don't
to
like
understand
the
that.
left, but the right doesn't like them.
Yeah, precisely. we're the new right wing and they're the old right wing, and we're probably a threat to them in some way, shape, or form, but we really don't give a shit, so we don't care. And they're just sitting there adjusting their ties nervously, nagging at the rest of us with expensive
Trump fits
language.
closer to us because he's a Democrat from New York City back in the 1980s and 90s.
Yeah, that's why we all latched onto him, is he's basically a blue dog Democrat, from the time they used to be around, like Mayor fucking Daley in Chicago when he was around, He instructed shop owners that were being robbed to get a shotgun and blow the motherfuckers away. He won't prosecute them, and that stopped a lot of thievery, and that made a lot of Remington 870 sales go through the roof. But yeah, that's pretty much about that. I'll probably wrap it up here because I got work tomorrow. And yeah, this is actually a very good idea we should go into. And if it's still this cold, I'll probably take my girlfriend's suggestion and I'll go borrow those cheap ass night vision goggles she has and just go cosplay as this Victor, whoever his name is from the Resident Evil game. Because it's fucking cold. All right.
Yeah, I'll send you some gameplay on Resident Evil 9, though. And some of the older games, because, like I said, Resident Evil 8 was really good.
All right, well, the next time they have some type of super sale going on, I might buy some now that I'm going to be able to get the computers worked on since we got a tech nearby, thank God. So, for now, that is the end of the show. Another test done, and it's not too bad. It seems like the main trouble we're going to have now is finding a schedule and finding a time where him and I in particular aren't like freezing to death. Because that's primarily why we have been doing this and not Saturdays. We were trying to aim for Fridays, but his work schedule has him getting off relatively late. And usually I'll get off earlier, but since he's like, hey, I'm going to be more available Saturday, it's like, okay, I'll try and get all my shopping done Friday and Saturday, so we got time.
And pretty soon you're probably going to be wrapping yourself up in blankets.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I'm going to do that in like fucking 5 minutes from now, dude. It's cold as fuck. But that's about it. Unless you've got anything else, my dude. Yeah, we're gonna go and call this an end.
I got nothing else.
All right, so thank you everyone that will be viewing this in the future when we get done with our testing. Have a good night. In the stream because we are